What a difference a day can make. One day last week changed everything in the Republican Party as we know it. And that day, of course, was last Tuesday, midterm election day, when the red wave failed to materialize, and immediately, upon realizing they weren't going to get the massive victories that they thought they were going to get, most of the Republican Party, of course, turned against Donald Trump. And by the way, I'm not just talking about conservative media or Republican politicians. Turns out the voters themselves turned away from Donald Trump. Because even though he is set to make his big announcement tomorrow that he is running for president again, things aren't looking good for him. Because he is no longer the Republican frontrunner. That title belongs to Ron DeSantis now. And not just because of his massive victory in Florida, but because that's what Republican voters are telling us, because Ron DeSantis is now in the lead in the Republican 2024 primary in multiple new polls taken after the midterms last week. So the voters themselves saw what happened with the Republican Party and they said, I'm done with Trump. There was a 29-point swing in the latest YouGov poll that had previously Donald Trump at the top, Ron DeSantis in second place. Now DeSantis takes the lead, 42%. Trump has 35%. Yes, that's only a 7-point difference, but it's a total of 29-point swing because DeSantis was that far behind Donald Trump. So 30 points in a week, just based on poor midterm showing. And the more these other Republicans come out and attack Donald Trump and blame him for what happened, the worse those poll numbers are going to continue to get for Donald Trump. Now, here's the thing that Ron DeSantis should do. Trust me, I don't want Ron DeSantis to be president of the United States, but I also don't think he'll make it past a Republican debate. I also don't think he has broad enough appeal to win a general election. But here's what Ron DeSantis could do. And I mentioned this on Twitter the other day. Trump's announcing tomorrow, right? He wants to be the first one in. He's making this big grand announcement. DeSantis should announce today. Like totally pull that alpha move, yank the rug out from underneath Donald Trump and announce it today or announce it tomorrow morning, right? As long as you announce it before Donald Trump, you are going to take the wind out of his sails and he's going to be so friggin' pissed that he's not even going to be able to focus on his own announcement. That's what Ron DeSantis should do because DeSantis truly does have the wind at his back right now. He is riding high. He won his re-election in the largest margin we have seen here in the state of Florida ever. Again, I don't think he plays outside of Florida. Winning a deep red state is not the same as winning the country. But he's got momentum. That's undeniable. So use that momentum to blunt Trump's momentum. That would be hilarious. Even President Biden recently announced that, yeah, it's going to be fun watching these two guys go at it. I think the rest of the country is also looking forward to that, not because we want either of them to be president, but because we know it's going to be a bloodbath. Donald Trump has already tried to make it so, and DeSantis could really score that death blow against Donald Trump by announcing he's running before Donald Trump can make his announcement. That's what the Republican Party wants. The polls are telling us that. The question is, does DeSantis have the backbone to stand up and do that to Trump? We got 24 hours to see if he does.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.